What's up, y'all? This your girl, Coach Naquandra, and today I'm going to teach you how to get free from insecurity in 5 minutes. Welcome to the 1-800 Get Free Hotline. So, why does this matter? What is insecurity anyway? So, insecurity will have you shrinking when you're supposed to be showing up boldly. It'll have you walking in the rooms trying to be quiet as a mouse when you need to be roaring as if you are a mighty lion, right? It'll have you hiding your skills and abilities because you're not confident in who you are and being and taking up space in rooms. Like, I'm here to tell you, it's okay to take up space. Take up all the space that the Lord has blessed you to be able to take up, okay? So, insecurity defined is a lack of confidence or assurance in your own identity, values, and abilities. It looks like you second guessing everything you say or do. Everything you say or do. A lot of people who have a lot of anxiety, you're indecisive, you're just kind of doubtful, like you're not really solid on much things. There's some things that you are solid on, but a lot of things you're also not solid on that you probably should be, right? Like you probably braid hair so good. You braid hair better than the better than people in your community, yet because you're insecure, you can't see yourself the way other people see you. Because you're insecure, you're hiding this skill and this gift that you have, right? It also looks like you downplaying your gifts to stay hidden. So you're like, with the braiding, I'm not really that good. There's also 5 other people who braid, but yeah, you braid way better than them. Embrace that. Like your skills are way better. Embrace that. So instead of embracing it, you hide it, and then you second guess like whether or not, well, maybe I should do it, or then you teeter totter back here, and then maybe I should, and then you teeter totter back over here because you're insecure. You're not confident in who you are, who God created you to be, in all that God has put into you. A lot of times, people who are insecure were talked down to a lot by their loved ones, by teachers, by mentors, by coaches, being, hollered at, talked down to, told this about who they are. And so then, as a child, those beliefs begin to form our character. And now, as grown people, we got to contend with these things, which is crazy. But now that you're grown, praise the Lord, you have full autonomy to think how you want to think. And you also have skill to use the tools available to you, right? There's so many coaches and resources and things out here that hold like free workshops. They got free resources if you just go out and look for these things. So we have the autonomy and the access with the internet to get things that we need so that we can shift our mindset and begin to walk boldly and not insecurely. So this is how you get free from insecurity. First, we're going to identify the root. Where and when did I start believing that I am not enough? I have a story that I tell all the time that is like a thumbtack. And every time that I would try to branch out and do something outside of the normal, or just do something just for me that was not widely done amongst a body of people, there's this one event that will always come up, this one moment in my childhood that will always come up, and I always have to contend with that one thing. I don't anymore, but I used to have to always contend with that thing when it came up, because it really like put a mark in how I viewed myself and what I thought I was capable of and what could be done. And so therefore I would totter on things because I wasn't secure in who Naquandra was and what she's capable with, right? And this was before I got God and even after, right? Had to teeter totter with it. And so identifying the root and then getting clarity on that root. Like, so the event happened. And so now I need to figure out why the event happened. And I need to assess the event from a sober and realistic viewpoint. And I need to be able to you need to be able to put yourself in other people's shoes, as well as you're assessing the event that formed this root that made you insecure. So then you need to separate your identity from people's opinions, right? So this is where the word comes in, because if God ain't say it, it don't matter, right? I need to figure out who God called me to be, how he wants me to live, and what he wants me to do. That's the opinion that matters, right? His opinion matters. So the word says the fear of man brings a snare, right? If you are tying yourself to what people say about you, your identity is going to change every day, and you're definitely going to be insecure, right? I used to say that I used to be what you would call like a shapeshifter. Like I would change up myself so much based on what people said they liked about me. So whatever they said they like, I would do more of that thing in high school. I'm like, girl, we get in high school, college, we can't do that. We cannot do that. So separate your identity from people's opinions. You are who God says you are. And in order to get to know who God says you are, you need to be in the word, right? Yes, we agree. And then after you separate your identity from people's opinions, you want to reinforce the truth every day. So whatever you find out that God's who God says you are, you need to reinforce yourself with that every single day. So the word says that I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. So I need to tell myself every day that I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. And not only do I need to tell myself that, I need to act like it. And a lot of our insecurity also have to do with our mind. And so the word says that for the Lord did not give us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. And so now I need to start practicing being decisive, right? So I'm gonna challenge myself to decide quickly, and I'm gonna start with things such as what am I gonna eat for today? Because that's everybody's problem. We cannot ever figure out what we want to eat, but I'm gonna use this small little thing, and I'm going to begin to practice decisiveness. So every day when I'm figuring out what I want to eat, I'm going to give myself 30 seconds to make a decision. I'm going to make the decision and I'm going to stick to it. And I'm going to carry on this practice throughout my life, moving on to bigger and more impactful or valuable things in my life. That's really going to help you grow out of the insecurity and be more secure in who you're called to be. And then the last thing is just to show up anyway. Just show up anyway and do what God called you to do. This your girl, Coach Naquandra. See you in the next video.